Hello, good evening.
Hello. Hi,
Hello.
Gladmays.
How are you, girl?
Fine, and you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for asking. Well, today we will talk about Scotland versus Colombian sports, some difference and the cultural significance for both countries. Okay, so
Yes.
let's start.
Okay, that's right. So let's talk about the differences between sports in Scotland and Colombia. I would like to say, I think we can all agree that football is important in both countries. However, if we consider the specific context of each, we can analyze some differences.
Yes, it's true, absolutely. I think that football is a key sport in both, but it has a different cultural significance because in Scotland, it's more than just a game. It's a deep-rooted part of their identity. Scottish football is known for its passionate fans and historic rivalries like Celtics versus Rangers, for example.
Indeed, but in Colombia, football is also a usual deal. However, is more of national unifier. The Colombia team brings people together, especially during major 12 nights like the War Cup or Copa America. In contrast, football clubs don't have have a pure regional growth voice, though in Scotland.
That's true. And on the other hand, if we move beyond football, Scotland excels in sports like rugby and golf. Golf is particularly significant because it um, originated in Scotland. This country hosts prestigious tournaments. For example, the Open.
Open, yes. Precisely, golf is much more than a sport in Scotland, it's part of their history. Meanwhile, in Colombia, sports like cycling and boxing are more prominent, especially given our terrain and culture. And Colombian cyclists such as Nairo Quintana, Egan Bernal, have become famous worldwide.
In fact, Colombia is success in cycling, and cycling can be attributed to our mountains, geographic, the altitude and tag conditions prepare our athletes for international competition. Similar posing is used in Colombia with champions like in Pambele making history. Whereas in Scotland, individual sport like golf or or athletics tend to be more celebrate.
Yes. Matthew, we don't hear you.
I'm so sorry. Moreover, it's interesting to know that Scotland has a strong tradition in outdoor sports, particularly due to their landscapes, beautiful landscapes. Uh,
Yes.
Sports like hill, running, and shanty, similar to hockey, but more intensive, are popular there. This focus on outdoor sports, its endurance sports differs from what we see in Colombia.
Yes, Colombia doesn't have the same tradition of endurance sports. Instead, we focus more on sports like volleyball, roller skating, especially for younger generations. Additionally, Colombian tropical climate and regional diversity influence the type of sports that people play. So you see a lot of regional variations in the popular sports.
Furthermore, we can ignore the role that international investments in the sport had played in both countries. In recent years, Colombia has increased support for athletics through government programs and private sponsorships. This has led more international success, especially in sport like weightlifting and athletics.
Yes. Conversely, Scotland's focus is more on preserving traditional sport while also developing infrastructures for mainstreams. Sports like football and rugby, however, there is less focus on new sports or promoting lesser known ones compared to Colombia.
Exactly. And when we compare exporting events, the Scottish Highland Games stand out. In contrast to Colombian festivals, the Highland Games are a combination of sports, culture, and tradition. They include unique competitions like cover tossing and hammer throw, which are deeply rooted in Scottish history.
That is great point, Lore. Similarly, Colombia's national sporting events, like the Juegos Nacionales, are more about competition between regionals and fostering emerging talent. These games are seen as a stepping stone for at least in meaning international competition.
Yes.
Yes, that's true. Thus, as a result, both Scotland and Colombia are passionate about the sports, the types of sports, and their cultural significance. But Scotland has a strong connection to traditional and outdoor sports. Um, at the same time, Colombia has made famous for itself in cycling, boxing, football, and tejo with growing success in other areas thank you to the Colombian athletes.
Yes, in conclusion, both countries celebrate their sports in unique ways, reflecting their histories, cultures, and geographical influences.
Yes, that's
Yes, yes.
true.
Um, yeah, yes, and it's fascinating how this difference shaping the either identities of both nations.
Yeah.
Well,
Th-
that's it. This is our presentation. Thank you so much for watching and see you later.
yeah. Thank you for your attention. We hope you find this presentation interesting. Bye.
Thank you very much.